The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow Industrials up 12, Nasdaq's down 2, S&Ps are up 350, gold contracts up $3 at 11.01. We got silver up 10 cents at $14.02. Bonds, 10 years down 7 ticks, 30s off 21, and good old King Dollar is up 66 ticks at 98.66. Now, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You can see the banner on the top, on the side. You can hit the banner, bring the exchange up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And, of course, every Monday, every Friday, we do this program 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Darrell has a great scanner that you can test drive right now. What that scanner does is not going to tell you whether to go long or short. What it does do, however, is that when you have a strategy set up, it's going to tell you the best contract to either go long, go short, or whatever you happen to be doing. What's going on, Darrell Martin?
How you doing?
Morning, Darrell.
Tom's there too.
I'm here.
I got a ball.
That's a beautiful thing.
It's a big Monday morning. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some moves already going on. So, what are y'all guys taking advantage of this morning?
Well, the thing I thought was really intriguing, and it's going to be, I mean, I'm looking for a bounce out here, believe it or not. And,
oh, wow.
And that's pretty amazing in the context of what China did last night.
Yes.
China still went down 5 3/8 last night, folks. And, you know, our market really caught a bid, you know, about 3 or 4 hours ago. The futures were down last night. It catches a bid, and, you know, it's like, okay, it's ignoring China.
Yeah, they're sort of all popping around settlement right now. So.
Well, I like how they opened, meaning that you had a gap up. It pulled all the way back. If we take a look at the S&Ps first, what you're going to see, and what we had on Thursday and Friday, folks, we had 2 separate down ticks. Now, when you get 2 separate down ticks and you don't get a rejection of price, which we didn't get on Friday because we closed at its lows, it's like, okay, you can get a bounce, but that to me would be a short-term bounce because it just means that there was a lot of selling simultaneously at one point in the day on Thursday and Friday. So it's like, okay, you know, there was a little panic going on, and that's what you need for those short-term bottoms to come in. You know, you can see the futures. If we take a look at the E-minis up here, the E-minis right now, you know, you had
1917.
Yeah.
You know, and you know that was running up there at 1928. It's pulled back, you know, and what we actually have here is that you got some decent volume up at these highs. You know, we'll see how this pullback, you know, shakes out. But you know, so it's just the opposite of a real expansion all the way up. Then it comes back and just gives it up. This is coming back and testing those lows right now. You know,
it's coming right back down to that settlement. And it bounced up. The level it hit was 28.25 was the 0.5 deviation level. So literally, it's just bouncing in between them right now, trying to figure out where it wants to go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The oil market. If we get over to that oil market, this is pretty wild. CLG6.
We're going to be in the 20s soon, right?
You know, it's pretty intense, man. I mean, so we've hit 32.24 today. The low is 32.10, which was established last Thursday. And intraday, well, this intraday, it looks like it's going to hold this level right now. You know, it's like it's hard to comprehend the oil getting below 30, but that's where the ABC structure is. I mean, that's what, you know, it's really wild, man. That's how it's set up. So when you open these contracts up, folks, there's a lot of different contracts that you can wrap your head around. Now, this is the beginning of the week.
Right. Now we also got gold is coming on back down to settlement too.
Oh, look at that. Okay, GCG 6. Whoops. So we almost should take a look at some of these weeklies and see what these weeklies set up like.
Oh, this is interesting too. Just a side note, CME advisory.
Okay.
They will be effective now. So the minimum price increment for the CME standard size euro-dollar future, the 6E future, will be reduced from 1 pip to 1/2 pip. As a result of this change, 6E traders will need to update the tick size of any 6E instruments to 0.00005 to receive accurate quotes.
And this is immediate?
Yeah, this happened January 10th, so yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you use tick-based, like I use tick-based charts.
I see.
But also, I think that probably impact. Forget on a side note there, but yeah. Why don't you pull gold? I'll pull up CME. Let's see if we can figure out how that impacts your tick value. Just some good information to know.
No, big time. Well, you know what's going to be intriguing here too is that the dollar out here, the dollar index. If we take a look at this dollar index for a second, this dollar index looks like it got to a lower low out here today. It couldn't handle higher price last week, which, you know, it's like, okay, why not? And then this morning, what you had, now this is just the opposite phenomenon that we had a few years ago. You just had General Mills come out with a large debt issue in euros. And, and so it's like, oh, now it's going to be a 4-year debt issue. So people are going to start issuing debt in euros. Of course. Just when, like, if it turns, it's like, okay, now that the interest is going to be higher. You stay right there, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow is up 5, Nasdaq's down 7, S&Ps are up $1.50. Market's having a tough time holding any type of bid whatsoever.
It's just, so Darrell, we were looking at some of the binaries over the break, even in the Dow 30, the Wall Street 30, and it's just interesting seeing the type of premiums that are priced in for some pretty big moves in some of those weekly binaries because, of course, I mean, the Dow moved 1,000 points last week.
Right.
That would make sense that if you're looking for even 200, 300, 500-point swings, you're not going to get 20 to 1 on those types of investments this week. Now, the other side, you could absorb that premium on that, and that's what we're talking about, playing both sides. Maybe, if you don't think the volatility is going to come in, you could sell some of these in the same way, putting up, but it was just interesting. We're looking, even this morning I looked at them, so the market's at 16,275, and it was about for 500 points up or down, you were still only really able to get about a 4 to 1, risking 20 to make 80, which for a 500-point down move in 1 week is a substantial move. It's just interesting. That's the stuff that if you download the demo and take a look at how they react to market moves, they're not always going to be priced like that, but with the volatility we have going, that's going to matter.
Oh, it's going to. Yeah,
and that's one of the things that the implied volatility does to a binary option.
Sure.
I mean, really to all options, but it pushes them towards the center, towards 50. So the pricing itself, as the IV is up,
right,
the pricing will be pushed towards 50. And at least the simple reasoning logic on that is a binary is supposed to be reflective of probability. At least to the point where there's a bid offer, being quoted.
Right, yeah.
So if it's 20, they're saying there's a 20% chance.
Right. That's right. There's a higher probability of almost any market move within the context of the prices they have, as in...
Right. So
when volatility is rocking...
is if you can take advantage of it, if you look at it and go, you know what, China had its big sell-off, like its triple sell-off last week, and, was it 7.7 and 5.5 or something like that, like 3 days?
Yes.
Out of last week. And so is the market... ready to bounce now, as you say? Is it? These could be some really deep in the money weekly contracts to look at. Even if you think maybe there's going to be a monster bounce, you just do one side. If you think it could be, still somewhat range bound, a couple hundred up, couple hundred down, then you could, you could range bound and do a butterfly by buying a strike below.
That's what we were talking about during the break. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess y'all were looking at. My guess would be what the 15,875 and 16,675, something like that.
Maybe that's what it was up to whether it was the 16,575. It was either 300 point swing, maybe 200 to 300 point swing, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you got $5 extra. You only get $5 extra for another 100-point cushion.
And that's
what's 16,675.
And we're not even saying what's the trade. It's more just interesting looking at how the prices get set up on substantial weekly moves that allow you to digest. What kind of risk
reward. You won't even see complete bid offers on both sides on these ones that are all the way out there.
Right. Yeah.
So, but and they'll add them to dailies and weeklies.
And there should be, because you just have to bring it back to common sense. If you're going to take both sides of the trade, of course, a 500-point move is I don't want to call it reasonable, but in the realm, that's what you just.
I love when we get to call that reasonable.
Right, I know but that's what you just have to, and that's how the supply and demand gets met.
There's no doubt, because I believe intraday last week we probably had a $500 move.
Oh, right. So we were down almost 400 on one day, let alone the intraday.
Yeah,
so there you go. Right.
And one of the cool things about this trade, whenever I'm teaching on butterflies, is let's say you get 20 on one side, you get 20 on the other, just to make math simple, right? So you sell one for 80 and you buy one for 20. So that means you have we're going on the other side. We're selling one for 20 and buy one for 80.
Yes.
Right. Same range bound. So it can't expire on both sides. Like it can expire up at 17,000, can expire down at 15,000.
Sure.
It's going to expire either up or down or in the middle, but not up and down. And so you're bringing in. Some people go, well, I'm risking 80. It's like, well, no, you're bringing in 40 on a risk of 80, but 20 of that covers one side. So really, there's a risk of 60 on $40 profit.
Yes.
Because you're going to make, like, if one side loses, the other side's going to win. So, because it has to either be up or down. Like, guaranteed, if one side loses, the other side is going to win if you hold both of them to expiration.
Yeah, no matter what, you've kind of taken in 40 to begin that trade, and you're only dealing with 100 at risk. So no matter what.
And that doesn't sound like a great probability or risk-reward ratio, but the fact is you're range bound. It doesn't happen at all when you
give yourself, and that's why visually stuff looks so easy sometimes to understand. You just have so much room within that.
Yes. Now, what happens? Okay, so we're on the weekly, which is pretty cool to really get these straight in our head, in my head in particular. Now, as we go through the week, let's say that the trade went on, Darrell, right? As we go through the week, let's say the market had stayed at the same price, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning the same number. What would happen with the bid and offer on both of those?
Okay, as time passes, let's say price doesn't move, but time does.
Yeah.
Then they're going to get closer and closer to their maximum profit. So if you sold for 20, it's going to become 18, 15, 13, 10, 7. Right. So you're going to be making money on time.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like an iron.
No, that's what I think.
Because you are the one who's, giving out that time allotment for traders to make.
So you have the decay in your favor.
You're making money,
which is good. Right.
Now here's a beautiful thing. We're always talking about risk reward. Tommy, you have those. The stats backwards and forwards in your head, like for playing poker and everything else.
Sure, everything.
All the odds. And so you're bringing in $40, like we said, on both sides. $20 on one side, $20 on the other. Well, if a market is at its strike, okay?
Yeah.
Then you're basically going to be right around 47 to 53. So you could say 50. I mean, for example, right now the Dow's at 16,289 and the 16,275 is at 48 by 54.
Yes.
Okay. So basically at $50. So if one of the strikes that you bought or sold, the one that you bought below the market or the one that you sold above the market is hit, you bought at 80 or sold at 20, you could pretty much expect that strike to be at right around $50.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
And let's just say we throw bid offer spread in there, all that stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's $50. The other one is going to be pretty much at max profit, less bid offer spread. Okay? So let's say we have $5 that we give up on one of them, and we'll get $5 we give up on the other one, we close both. Well, that basically means what's going to happen is you're going to take about a $40 loss. So $30 if you sold at 20 and it went up to 50, you're losing $30, right?
Yes. As opposed to, go ahead, yes, right.
And then if you close the other one out, let's say it's all the way up at 95 now or something, okay? So that you bought at 80, okay? So it's up at 95. So you close that thing out, then the net result is you lose $40 to make $40 on a 500-point wide butterfly.
Yeah, you're just closing.
That becomes your planned risk reward.
No, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
We've talked about using stops on binaries a couple times, and it is interesting that you don't have to just buy them and let them go until expiration 0 or 100. Yeah.
And the one number you can always count on is it being right at 50 when it's right at that.
And I think that's especially important when you're doing the ones where maybe you're putting up more to make less.
Yes.
That it really helps to not, and that's what
and understanding that hey, we'll talk about this as soon as we get back. We got our man Lou from Nashville too. We're gonna take our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's up 40, Nasdaq's up 1, S&Ps are up 550. We're gonna be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 52, Nasdaq's up 3, S&Ps are up by 750. Let's go to Lou in Nashville. Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi, Lou. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I was thinking of going long for a bounce for a couple of days in the S&P.
Yeah, I think you got a trade there.
Okay, great.
What I would do, what I'm looking for, if we take a look at this S&P, what you have here is this, is that you got a few tests intraday, which is really sweet to know right now. Didn't break down. We got to a low of 1893. When you get a downdraft like this, the S&Ps, the futures folks just went from 2075 to 1893. Fast, furious, with good volume on the way down. You're coming into your downdraft from August 24th, which is monster volume, as well as the updraft from October 2nd. When I look at something like this, it's like, okay, a bounce, I just take the bottoms of the last downdraft, and it's like, okay, man, you can bounce like 1953.
Right.
When what you do want to be aware of, if you haven't test drove the TAS Market Scanner, Mr. John Logan that kicks us off. There's a level there at 1953 that you want to keep your eye on, because that's where it's going to run into some, resistance. But that's still 30 points.
Okay.
It just make sure. I would make sure that that is a short-term trade and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well.
But I think the risk versus the reward for either today or tomorrow it's good. It's there.
Good. Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too. Bye-bye.
I wonder what we should ask Lou what the weather was like in Nashville. They're getting some cold weather right now, aren't they? All across the nation. That's really.
Did you?
gosh,
Did
it's
you?
been so cold.
Oh my God!
I saw Chicago minus 17. Speaking of Nadex, headquartered in Chicago, they're bundled up and hunkered down this morning.
They're
better
hunkered
be.
down.
I've been out there at this time of year.
It is rough.
It's painful.
It's
It
a
like
different
hurts your
world. It
bones.
is. Now we know Boston, but when it was 30 or 40, you just bundle up and you're okay. But once it got into single digits, teens, it's a different world.
Right.
It starts to hurt. It does. Yeah.
It does. How about that Minneapolis?
There was lots of good football.
There was amazing. It was just crazy.
I say
the
Minnesota for Seattle, right? That's
yeah,
Seattle.
exactly.
Minnesota missed the kick.
Exactly.
Laces out, Ray Finkel. Do you know what I'm talking about? And
God.
Ace Ventura. Do you know Ace Ventura? The whole thing. I was explaining to someone. Do you know what I'm talking about, Darrell? Ray Finkel,
Yes.
laces out.
Yeah.
That was the big talk on social media.
Was it?
So that was Ace Ventura was about the crazy person was actually the kicker from the Dolphins that missed the kick for to win their But anyway, so it rings a few bells with laces out.
It definitely did.
The kicker though, he accepted full responsibility and said, I should be able to kick a watermelon through there from where I was. I think was what exactly he said. So. It's a tough one. There's a lot of emotions. And that's why we watch, right? Because you live and die on any given play. It is. That's what everyone loves about the Olympics, championship games, playoffs. It is that emotion of living and dying on one play, on one,
And it seems that the football games now are like basketball. Basketball, a good playoff game, you can go to the last 5 minutes, and it's just always amazing.
We've gotten some great football games.
But like every football game is almost like that now.
We're getting some good football games. That's for sure.
And how about the Pittsburgh game?
Yes.
That was insane.
That gave plenty to talk about as well, right?
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
That one for a different reason. Everyone can have their stance, but bottom line, you gotta composure, right? Composure at crucial times. Sometimes more important than others. I mean,
millions of dollars down the drain.
Oh man, can you imagine? They haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. What's the economic value of that in terms of energizing you can't put a price tag on. You're talking about more than millions, let alone if they ever go on to win the championship, which isn't out of the realm.
No.
So what I thought of when that happens, right, is hockey playoffs. In that, how hockey is an amazing game during the season. And there's fighting, and there's two guys just go out and drop their sticks right before, and they know they're going to get the boot.
Yeah.
But come playoff time, guess what?
It changes.
It changes.
It does.
Because it's all about winning. And it's not about just being the guy that's going to drop his gloves and be the toughest guy on the ice, which actually during the regular season, a lot of that is about.
Sure.
Because that's just in the game. But come playoffs, nobody does that kind of stupid stuff. Because guess what? All that matters is winning. And so, let's say
it's wild.
Play 60 minutes for a reason. Every second counts.
Unbelievable.
Don't blow it in the last 15.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or the last minute and a half.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was talking about the last 15 seconds.
Oh, right. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. Because that's when it happened.
Yeah.
Well, I bet. But the game was so late. If you're on the Eastern time, it was like, we were out. But even
I was out too. I woke up though and saw the things. They're like, I gotta watch the highlights like right now. What happened?
Well, what's amazing is that I bet whatever restaurant anyone was at, all of a sudden the place went like, what just happened?
It had to have.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like
I was out when for the Seattle Minnesota game.
Okay.
I was at Cheesecake Factory and I was at the bar area and I wasn't even paying attention in that final moment and the place erupted just in that, and that wasn't a big game like what had happened. That was just a field goal, but I didn't realize that literally the entire place, and this is Cheesecake Factory, lots of families, not like a bar.
Sure.
Right? I didn't anticipate it at all. And boom, it was like I wasn't even, so
Cheesecake
everybody.
Factory, the new sports bar.
Right? That's so, you talk about being engaged, right? If that's engaged, then any bar was engaged for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. So we take a look at these S&Ps. So
we're getting that bounce, man, across the board.
Well, it's wild too. Is that even the Dow? I bet if we go look at that spread again, the Dow just went up.
Things have changed.
We were talking about 500 points. Well, the Dow just went up 60, I think. Let's see, from 350, 75 points.
75
we just went up 75 points.
Yes.
So that's when 500 is nothing.
That's why those are all near the 50 area, right? Because almost anything can happen, and they're not going to give you some kind of 10-1, 20-1 odds on a 400-point move when it can swing 100 points in 2 minutes.
No doubt.
Climb up.
Yeah.
Oh, climbing. Got a good story for you. This weekend was out at the stockyards with Felicity. She's always riding out there.
Yes.
And she's riding in the big parade. There's 1 million people that come to the Fort Worth Stock Show.
1 million people.
Wow.
Literally over 1 million people come to the Fort Worth Stock Show. So she has like 4 different races she's racing in there.
Very cool.
And where does this take place, Darrell?
At downtown Fort Worth at the Fort Worth Coliseum.
I got it. Okay, great.
Rogers Memorial Center, and it's big place. And it's basically like the art and culture district. So we're down there, and they drive cattle in the Cowtown area. They actually drive cattle twice a day down the road.
That's
like
cool.
And the only place they do this like every single day.
That's awesome.
And, well, apparently they just got one wrapped up, and she just got wrapped up and we were going back to get her horse to go do another race, and we're down in the alleyway here, and this longhorn got loose, And these Longhorns, I mean, they're massive. They're literally like side to side. I don't know if you can see this alleyway.
Yes,
but, I
yeah,
mean,
we're looking at it.
just
Yeah.
about scrape on each side as they're walking down.
That big? Oh my God.
Yeah, they're huge. And I see this thing coming, and I hear a cowboy yelling, "Hey, watch out!" And because they got a couple, they got guys down there working all the time. And I tell Felicity, I'm like, drop everything in your hands and climb the gate right now. So here she is hopping up. You can see people looking.
Nice.
Wow.
So we hop
legs
right
up,
on
right?
the gate,
Yeah,
and then
totally.
like, literally 15 seconds later, there's a big old Longhorn just sniffing everything. And they're not mean. I mean, these things are driven every day,
You just
But,
gotta be careful because they're so
huge,
big,
and they have
right?
these big old horns. Yeah.
And you got to remember they're an animal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Any animal
we
that
hop
big,
on up and,
give me a little distance.
Totally, man.
little time for climbing there, but yeah. So.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Darrell, and myself will come right back. The Dow's up 72, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's are up 10. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 50, Nasdaq's up 60. No, Nasdaq's flat. That's a point
60
before
cents,
that. Yeah, exactly. S&Ps are up 625.
That is funny though. Just to you, so Nasdaq's up 60, 100. Wait, oh no, 60 cents. Okay, well that's all right. Just so you know.
Let's see who we got on here. 1 second. Sorry.
We got Jim.
Oh, I like it. We got Jim from Minneapolis. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, Tommy, and Darrell.
Hey,
How
Jim.
are you guys?
Morning.
Great.
So you guys had not only a good game, but man, you had some cold weather. Whew.
Yeah, it's -9 right now here.
Oh,
-9. So it was -6 yesterday. It's the third coldest, and that's real temperature, not a wind chill.
That's
right?
a different world.
Yeah, it was -25 wind chill on the field.
Isn't that amazing?
And,
That is.
Yeah, I felt like the oil market after Blair Walsh missed that kick.
That's a tough one, man. We feel for you.
Jeez.
That's a tough way to lose any game, especially in the playoffs.
I know. And Peterson did so good, man.
There's been, like I said, some great games. It's
Right.
like just amazing finishes. It really is, in terms of just wild things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he dropped the ball, and he's been known to do that. So
Yeah,
But,
things happen.
there's always next year, right?
There is. Hey, sometimes
we're
that's
going
the
in- and then
catalyst.
We'll be inside next year too. So
Okay.
It's like,
new stadium.
yeah.
Because it can't be easy kicking. We can't. Can you imagine like walking or trotting?
No,
in
I
that
can't
kind
even
of-
imagine holding
That's
that
what your
ball.
fingertips, your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a different world. You'd think it's not a huge deal, but try going out there and putting on pads and being freezing, and then having to do something athletic in the process.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, Tom, I was looking at this Polaris, a local company here, and it's on my shopping list. I don't know where the bottom is on this thing, but you take a peek at it.
Let's take a look. So yeah, this is an equity that got smoked, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is Polaris. Now I believe they got the jet skis, the.
Actually, they don't make any watercraft.
Oh, they don't? Oh, okay. So this is
They
just
do
all the
side-by-side,
snowmobiles then. Okay.
Snowmobiles.
Off-road, on-road vehicles.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The low for the year is 78. The high is 158. Okay, so bring this baby back.
Boy, that's quite a channel down,
Isn't it? It's 100% move. Look at this, man. That's back 3 years. Let me see where I gotta go. Let me pull this back.
It's amazing things can just turn around like that,
Isn't
right?
it?
Because that is quite a rise up, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last time, when you get something like this, folks, okay, so the stock went one way. Started in 2009 at $7.20 and goes up to $159. You come off it, you want to see something how you can, it's subtle, but when you come off these with volume that is always dangerous, you make a high in November, for the month this is, with 10 million shares. The next month is just a little subtle sideways with 13. Now watch. You go down with 24. Now percentage-wise, that's a monster, right? So, and you want to grab into the subtlety, folks, in markets in general, but it's not too subtle when you go from making a high of 10 million and then going down with 24. Now watch it. This is what's really cool, though. So it should work both ways. What does it do again? It gets to another high with 13 million. And then it comes down with 27. So when I look at that, Jim, what I do is I go back to the last time that had any volume on the way up, and that number is $60.42. And they seem to make their way all the way down there before they get recharged.
Yeah.
Because that's where the supply and demand curve is. That's the thing that's so sick about this is that's where there was a true supply and demand curve. There was real buyers. From that point on, guess what? It got marked up. And when they go south, man, they go south in a big way.
So you wait for the test, let it bounce, and then buy the retracement?
I would. I'd wait for it to get down there. Then you need a sign of strength. Then you buy that, the pullback after the sign of strength.
Gotcha.
Pretty intense. Hey, let me ask you, the investment business in general, what are your clients feeling like?
Really just clients, in allocation models that really didn't do anything last year.
Yeah.
In portfolios, a lot of people are starting to look around for other, looking for yield in all the wrong places is what they're starting to do.
Well, the reason I'm asking, this was the first year that the market wasn't up in 6 years. Do you know what I mean? So just being in the business, it's just, I don't think people should get worried. I mean, I'd be, I don't know if I'd be worried, but I just really wanted to kind of get a feeling. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how much?
It's just the volatility all over in every asset class. It seems to just roll from whatever gold, equities. We had real estate. It's just where's the next bomb going to go off? And then you look at it's just with all the noise and globally and saber rattling. People are worried.
Yeah, man. You know what's amazing? There's no doubt when you look around the world, we got it made. I mean, sometimes I'm looking around the world saying to myself, this volatility, I mean, there's trouble. There seems to be trouble, like, in a lot of places. It's like, okay, well.
There's turmoil in a lot of places.
There's turmoil,
and as you point out, these currency markets, I mean, look at Canada. I mean, there's no bottom in these.
Oh, that Canada deal is a big deal, folks. This is, like, sick. Yeah, we're at 141.
We're almost at parity, right?
No, we're at 70 cents or so, U.S. to Canada.
Yeah, no, we were.
Oh, we were.
yes,
we were.
Yeah.
We were at parity.
That's
exactly. Right. I mean,
right.
It's going to be as bad as the Rand pretty soon.
Oh, man, we were just looking at that chart during one of the breaks.
Last night, I was doing the gold.
Yeah, you want some volatility, right?
I was doing the gold report, folks. The Rand went to 18, I think, last night, or 17.93.
I remember looking at that chart on December 14th, whatever the day was they fired the minister, and that day stood out like amazingly on that chart at that time.
It did.
And now it's almost like a little blip, which is just amazing. And 20 days later, that it can be nothing almost from where it's gone since then.
So if you want to go for a nice safari, folks, now would be the time to do it, because you're going to buy quite a bit in South Africa.
If you're going there, maybe just lock in that currency right now.
And go to Everbank if you're going to do it. Exactly. If you're going to go there, the way you can do this, which is really, you can go to Everbank. You can open one of those currency accounts, right? Lock it in right now.
If you're going to spend thousands, like why not at that conversion?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Have a great
awesome,
one, man.
Rest of the week.
Thanks, too, man.
You bet. Thanks.
Yeah, hey, Darrell, the currency moves inside. Have you been trading currencies using the Nadex platform by any chance?
Yeah, you got plenty of movements you can take advantage of with those, because you got the big daily, you have the really big dailies that are like 600 wide.
Okay.
And then you have the 3 different like daily currency spreads.
Yep.
You have 11 p.m., 7 a.m., and 3 p.m.
Yes.
And then you also have the every 2 hours.
Okay. And those spreads there, I guess, is it more advantageous to do the dailies? Because is it the daily go overnight? Or what time does the daily start?
Yeah, daily will start at 6 p.m. and it'll go to
which is important,
3
really,
p.m.
right?
the next day.
Yeah,
depending on what you're trading too.
Yeah.
And they're really wide, so they're going to move really fast all day and not all night.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage there. But the only issue is there's only one daily. They have like their 5 and 7 hour dailies. Okay.
Right.
But there's only one daily right now. I don't know why, which they would add like 3 like the other things have.
Okay.
So you are trading like basically it's just like trading a single lot.
Yep.
I mean, your margin's going to be about the exact same, except for you actually have a cap and risk.
Which is huge. Yeah. Especially in the currency market, man. You stay right there, folks. Darrell, Tom, and myself, we're coming right back. Dow right now is up 40, Nasdaq's down 4, S&Ps are up 4.5. We're going to be right back.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016, and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, folks, right after us, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up. Then TD Ameritrade Swim Lessons. Man, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. And this volatility is just continuing out here. Those S&Ps are testing those lows once again. And what does happen, folks, the more that it tests, the more that it holds, that brings the probability of a bounce actually higher. So
we got a lot of heavy tick volume that has slammed right down to settlement on everything. So
yeah, and
great.
Let's take a look at this just for a second. So we're looking at those S&Ps, the futures. Okay, so it's like with these. So 1912. You know, let's see. You're 5 minutes into it. That bar at 1912 had 59,000 contracts. Right now you've done 33. So we'll see. That can do more. That one's going to be important. This 1912 area, because what you do have is that next lowest swing is at 1902.
Yeah, it's another 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And if we go back over to those Dow Industrials, we've just seen that Dow swing another 70 points. So
the same 75 back down.
I know.
Sitting at that
yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty wild, man. So listen, we're going to be up in New York in February. Right?
That's right.
We all are. That's right.
We're going to be at the Traders Expo, folks, at the Marriott in Times Square. We'll get you those exact dates.
I believe it's February 22nd.
Okay.
23rd, 21st, 2nd, 3rd, I believe. Right
okay.
There. Yeah.
Cool. So come visit us if you happen to be in that area in New York. Come on by and say hi.
Yeah, I think it's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, if I recall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's always fun up there.
It is. New York, Times Square, traders, plenty of traders in New York. So
Exactly. Yeah. Different ball game up there. Gold is still hanging tough here, so we'll see. Silver's the one that needs to catch a bid. You know, here I'll show you two stocks. What was encouraging when I was doing the gold report, folks, is that SLW had some strength last week. Now that's the largest silver broker in the world. That's down 60 cents today, but you know the volume's not bad. PAAS.
That's a tough one with looking at today, though.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah.
It is. You know, it's PAS is down 33 cents. The rest of the silvers, though, are in trouble. Not necessarily in trouble, but they didn't catch a bid at all. And, you know, the gold stocks did.
I mean, just looking at those charts, today's bar just encompasses like all of last week. So I don't know what kind of strength it showed last week, but what does today's show if last week? Well, you know, I know you're talking volume-wise. We'll see where today comes in.
Yeah, and it's going to right there, like PAS 653, we'll see whether it can hold that price. But silver is the culprit.
Yes.
If you want to put a wanted sign out and shoot something, go shoot silver, folks, if you're in the metals market. Oh, my God. So we'll see where this shakes out. But the DAX looks to me like it's still holding up. So
Nasdaq is negative, too. I mean, we're coming. These are a quick turnaround there. Nasdaq's almost a 0.5% negative.
Yeah. This sets up a good trading day, though. It's 11 o'clock. You get 10:58. You get ranges that are set up right now. Risk versus reward.
For sure.
It's out there. There's no doubt. And Darrell, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to speaking to you.
All right. See you Friday. Right here.
Have a great one, man.
Right here. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Thanks,
Tom.
man.
Wow! Stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.